Chelsea and Ukrainian winger Mykhailo Mudryk faces a ban of up to 4 years. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Yes, today's video is going to centre around this man right here, the Chelsea and Ukrainian winger known as Mykhailo Mudryk. And the big breaking news surrounding him today is that he has been found to, he's been provisionally banned for potentially failing a drugs test. Now, the news has been brought to light very late last night from Ukrainian sources and has been carried on over into the morning, where the Premier League have officially confirmed that they have provisionally banned him pending investigation further into a drugs test that was tested and took in October, that has only just been flagged up now as he has tested positive for a banned substance. Now, what that banned substance is, we do not know. But one thing we do know is that there are, of course, there's impending investigation. There is a B sample that has been taken, so we are awaiting the results of that before we obviously get more and further information on this. But what we do know is that Mudryk has been banned provisionally. And if obviously things do get worse, and obviously if it is something that is taken that is obviously completely 100% banned, he could potentially face a ban, a proper ban, of anything up to 4 years. Now, we're going to be talking about this topic. We're going to be discussing all things Mudryk, Chelsea, and everything else in between. But before we go any further and discussing all of that, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things are always and forever be greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section as well. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. That'll make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure, on this potential topic down below. So please do get involved. Would love to hear what you have to say. Use and abuse that comment section, people, at your will. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's talk Mykhailo Mudryk and the ban that he is provisionally on right now. That could obviously get worse. So the news kind of broke from Ukrainian sources last night. It's been carried on over into the morning, and it's been officially confirmed by the Premier League that Mykhailo Mudryk has been provisionally suspended by the Football Association, the FA, after failing a drugs test. The drugs test was seemingly taken in October. It's only just been flagged up, and obviously then we have to go through the process of a B sample, and then obviously depending on what happens from there, the FA and the Premier League will obviously have to have discussions on that. Chelsea have confirmed it as well. They basically said that they'll be working with Mudryk and the Football Association to further cooperate and to help in any way they can. But they obviously stand by their player that he's never... He said that he never knowingly used any banned substances to his knowledge. So Chelsea obviously sticking with him and believing what he says as well. Mudryk went out to pull out a statement. He says, "I can confirm that I have been notified that a sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock, as I have never knowingly used any banned substances or broken any rules, and I'm working closely with my team to investigate how this could have happened. I know that I have not done anything wrong and remain hopeful that I will be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more now due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can." Interesting there that he says he's not taken anything that he knowingly knows is a banned substance. So is it just an accident? Is this just maybe something that a member of his team, I would assume, like with obviously him being a very, very rich footballer, he probably has not just a team in terms of Chelsea, not just a team in terms of the coaches there and the doctors and the medical staff and everything there, but he probably has a close personal team around him, maybe like a personal trainer kind of thing, maybe some sort of therapist or something. Maybe there is something like that's going on with him as well, that maybe someone gave him something, said it's completely okay, but didn't maybe necessarily know the full story of that situation. Because things like that have happened before, and banned substances normally, they are normally some sort of, not always, but we have known them sometimes to be some sort of mistakes, or even smaller things that that may seem somewhat insignificant, but actually are on that kind of blacklist, if you like, of banned substances. As a Liverpool fan, I know that Mamadou Sakho got done several years ago, and it's turned out he was taking, I think, his wife's fat burner pills, I think they were. So, you know, things like that do happen. Obviously, there's been more in the past. We obviously know Rio Ferdinand, probably the most notorious one in England, missed the drugs test. We obviously know that even recently, Paul Pogba had been banned over in Italy for something like this. So the severity of this is obviously still unknown. We obviously await the second round of drug testing for Mudryk to see if anything does flag up again, or whether it's obviously just something that has, or whether there's some sort of fault, or whatever the case may be. But it is very interesting that this has obviously happened. It's obviously not a welcoming thing by any stretch of the imagination at any point, but especially given how Chelsea are in a really good run of form right now. Chelsea, it's all seemingly sunshine and rainbows and excitement and optimism surrounding the club right now. This is a bit of a shadow that's been cast over it a little bit, especially because, again, Mudryk may not have exactly performed a lot this season, but in the kind of few appearances that he has been making for Chelsea, there have been a fair few Chelsea fans that have actually praised his performances. And especially after making such a huge money move, there was a lot of pressure on his shoulders to obviously perform. It didn't quite happen for him initially. He didn't quite hit the ground running. But I think under Enzo Maresca, he's slowly but surely seemingly finding his feet a little bit. And now this has seemingly just thrown it into a little bit of chaos. And like I say, depending on the situation, depending on the severity of it, depending on how, obviously how the next round of drug testing, and obviously finding out the kind of source of where the sort of banned thing has been flared up from has obviously come from. We shall have to we should have to wait and see on that. FA rules dictate a player is informed of a positive test and provisionally suspended before a decision is taken on a formal charge. Mudryk has the opportunity during this period of time to provide an explanation for the result. Well, he seemingly already put out a statement, so obviously that statement is kind of, I guess, his justification that he had not willingly done it. He's seemingly not done it of his own accord, but of course, take that as whatever you will. I'm not going to be throwing out any kind of accusations that he's lying or anything. Chelsea's statement on this reads that Chelsea Football Club can confirm that the Football Association recently contacted our player Mykhailo Mudryk concerning an adverse finding in a routine urine test. Both the club and Mykhailo fully support the FA's testing program, and all our players, including Mykhailo himself, are regularly tested. Mykhailo has confirmed categorically that he has never unknowingly used any banned substances. Both Mudryk and the club will now work with the relevant authorities to establish what has caused the adverse finding. The club will not be commenting any further. So there you have it, really. There's not really much to really discuss other than to now speculate on this. Chelsea side of the story has been put out there. Mudryk side of the story has been put out there. And of course, we know the kind of result of this adverse finding that has seen the FA have enough evidence to at least provisionally suspend him, ban him for the immediate future. Obviously, it's no sort of laughing matter. Like I say, it's a bit of an annoying casting shadow over what has been a very positive start to the season from Chelsea. Chelsea currently flying high, arguably the most informed team in the Premier League right now. They really don't need this. And what has happened in the aftermath of this is there have been a couple of accusations thrown out there that maybe whatever Mudryk's on may have been helping him with his own individual performances. I did mention earlier that a lot of Chelsea fans noticed some sort of positive signs of improvement in his performances. And, you know, if this is to be believed and these are like performing enhancing stuff, maybe they could have something to do with it. But a lot of people are putting two and two together with that. People are also putting two and two together with maybe the kind of people he's hanging around with. Enzo Fernandez, very much improved these past couple of months. But people are starting to put two and two together. They see photos of him hanging around with Mudryk, him training with Mudryk. And maybe they're... And I've already seen that some people are going, well, if Mudryk's on that kind of stuff and we see how his performances are improving, how do you explain for Enzo Fernandez, who up until the past month or two had shown no signs of playing to the level that he currently is playing at? I'm not saying anything. I'm not putting out these wild accusations until, of course, I get further proof, until I get further knowledge of this subject, until I get further evidence to suggest anything of the sort is going on. But I can already see people putting that kind of conspiracy and those kinds of things in motion to already discredit Chelsea. I don't think it is. I just think this is a one-off thing. I think there has been some sort of cross wires, maybe misunderstanding further on down the line. But until I get further evidence of that, until obviously the knowledge and the source of this adverse finding is obviously proven and brought out into the public domain, which we don't know if it ever will or not, or at least fully ever will, we can only speculate at this point. We can only speculate at this point. And like I say, I personally think it could just be a misunderstanding. I think somewhere along the line some wires have been crossed. Maybe someone's given him something to take and they've said, yeah, it's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. But actually, it actually isn't. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. We shall obviously see how this story unfolds. But look, it's obviously not exactly the news that Chelsea fans want to be waking up to. It's not exactly the news that Chelsea fans wanted to hear today. But the bottom line on this story is that Mykhailo Mudryk has been provisionally banned by the Football Association for failing a drugs test. We shall see in the coming days, maybe even weeks, as to what the ramifications are and how severe that these findings are against the Ukrainian winger. There you have it. Those are your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of these accusations against Mykhailo Mudryk? What do you make of him failing a drugs test? What do you make of the provisional ban? What do you make of the potential of him facing up to 4 years banned from playing football? Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in that comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it on this subject down below. We'd love to hear from you all and what you have to say on that. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things always and very greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video. I'll see you speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.